quarterback. The Pittsburgh Steelers lose Le'Veon Bell last year. What do? Win. The whole thing doesn't come crumbling down when you lose one player, especially when his backup is averaging 5 yards a carry. Max, I know you're not a Dak hater, but the whole world that hates Dak and gets to call him a game manager and ignore the last 12 months of evidence now has evidence because the coaching staff has done nothing to help him. Now, a lot of it's on Dak too, but let me just explain this really carefully, okay? I want to judge Jason Garrett by his own standards. Here's what he said. We employ, number one, the right kind of guy. Okay, Zeke's on suspension, Tank's been suspended, David Irving's been suspended. They've had, I don't know how many guys suspended. So right kind of guy, that's not going well. Develop a system where the next man can step up and you're reliant on having a system everybody can execute. How's that going for you while Zeke's down? We have a culture of winning, right, Jason? How's that going for you? Yesterday, Keenan Allen had a 46-yard touchdown where 5 guys chose not to tackle him. The one time somebody did tackle, it was Jeff Heath, knocked down Travis Benjamin on a reverse, and nobody but Jalen Smith celebrated the play. Babe Loffenberg talked about it. Nobody. By every standard. System, right kind of guy, culture, it's failing. It's failing by anyone's standard.
Can I just add this one sentence to that soliloquy? The Dallas Cowboys have 7, 9, and 6 points in the last 3 games. You left that little nugget out. 22 points combined in the last 3 games. And by the way, why do I bring that up? Coach, once again, what was Jason Garrett before he became the head coach?
Offensive coordinator.
An offensive coordinator. And this is what you answer with just because Ezekiel Elliott went down when your backup is averaging 5.8 yards a carry. Let me tell you something right now. He had nothing to worry about because he lives in Jerry World.
What you guys were referring to, I mentioned the Barnwell article that's up on ESPN.com about the Vikings right now in Case Keenum. It applies to this. Yes, the coaching staff is part of the problem. At least the head coach. You can't deny that, of course. And he has more job security. I totally agree with Stephen A. because Stephen A. you call him a puppet for Jerry Jones. I think that's accurate that he has job security because of that sense. But it's part of infrastructure. The Cowboys lack the proper infrastructure. The offensive line is in tatters. They don't have a defense. The coaching staff's not right. So Ezekiel Elliott can mask a lot of that stuff. But you take him away and they fall apart. Well, that's why you can't compare him to the Vikings or the Patriots. Certainly not. Those teams have the proper infrastructure in place. They can lose their quarterback. They can lose their tight end and still win. The Cowboys cannot.
You can't be system needy. It's player needy. You have to build your system around the players you have. And when you can't do that, and when you can't adjust, things like this happen.
And Coach, I trust. 22 teams have more playoff wins than the Cowboys.